Hi, welcome back again. Okay, now that we've kind of segued into Whole Foods, between my mentioning it in my response and the article, like the funny article that I linked to after that on my blog, um, that talks about consumer culture and brand identity and the hypocrisy you can encounter. Whole Foods, if you shop at Whole Foods, it's not just like, oh, I'm buying groceries there. It's like, it's, it, a lot of people that shop there, and I'm sure we've all encountered this in life, it's not just like, oh, I'm eating healthy. It's like, I eat healthier than you do. I eat healthier than you do. If I'm shopping for my family, I'm shopping at Whole Foods, and that means that I'm providing superior nutrition, and therefore I love my family more. I care more about the environment because I shop at Whole Foods. I am that person because I'm an organic foods person, and I just care more. I'm more globally conscious. I care more about, the Peruvian coffee bean farmers than you do. It's like it's an endorsement of a lifestyle. It's an endorsement of a political sensibility. It's not just an endorsement of, but intended to be a reflection upon the consumer by virtue of the fact that the consumer is shopping there. Just like Tammy Black um, identifies herself as being savvy enough to recognize that different body types aren't represented in culture properly, and I'm gonna sneeze. Okay. Anyways, like liking country music, uh, for example, is not just like I like country music. It's from the consumer's point of view. It is um, an endorsement of certain values, and by virtue of that endorsement, um, it's intended to say something about you as well. Like, I'm patriotic. I love my country. I support my troops. I have family values. You know, um, there are like normative concepts that go along with endorsing certain things like country music. I am probably conservative. Um, it's not just like, oh, this is the music I like. It's like, this is how I'm going to vote in the next election. I shop at Whole Foods. This is probably how I'm going to vote in the next election. It's intended to reflect upon you in such a large way. All right. So, and it's not always the brand's fault. It's not always the company's fault who latches onto it. But all this activism, all this consumer subtext, um, it's a form of marketing. So, anyways, Whole Foods, publicly traded international supermarket chain. Um, this is how it qualifies as pop culture. Ever expanding on an international scale with intention of reaching mass audience. B, intended to generate money. C, excellent example of brand identity as cultural trendsetter. D, referred to in popular culture, including Huffington Post. Alright, meaning of Whole Foods in my life. It's not vast, but you get the idea. A, in a pinch, it's a good grocery store. Pretty expensive. Shopping at Whole Foods also indicates a certain socioeconomic class level. Somebody on food stamps is not shopping at Whole Foods. You go to Whole Foods, who do you see mostly? Um, mostly, mostly white people. It's again not Whole Foods' fault, but yeah, if you're shopping at Whole Foods, you've got money. You don't have to buy the cheapest thing. You can afford to buy food that makes you feel more impressive on some level. So that excludes a lot of the United States, especially, well, especially in current economic conditions. You know, I mean, you're not going to find a Whole Foods in Panama anytime soon. You know, all right. Um, Meaning in my life, Whole Foods. I haven't worked there myself, but as a working poor person, they are known to be an excellent employer for a relatively unskilled workforce, and without a degree, um, you are considered unskilled. Whether that's true or not, like you're going to be stuck with entry-level jobs for the most part. There are exceptions, of course, but you can disclaimer anything, right? All right. I've got friends that are employed there, and also how it influences my life and society is it influences culinary culture. I'm really interested in cooking and food, and it's kind of a game changer. I'd say Whole Foods, Trader Joe's, stuff along those lines, or stores along those lines. I do think that we've seen in the last 10 years, when they've really come to prominence, that they've changed consumer sensibility in terms of food and cooking and free trade and blah blah blah. Meaning to society, it has become an identity brand. Shopping there makes a statement about who a person is, like how liking country music has more significance than merely liking music. It influences culinary and consumer trends, and it is almost certain to spawn similar competitors. Um, it kind of makes me think of Starbucks in the 90s, how they were popping up, and, it was kind of like coffee culture. Like, it was supposed to say, or it had this weight to it that, like, if you were going to coffee shops, you were probably going to Starbucks, mm, at least in the early 90s. And it was supposed to say, like, I'm an intellectual, I might not make a lot of money, but, I'm a smart person, and, it had like a, kind of like a early hipster connotation, right? I believe that between Trader Joe's and Whole Foods, we're already seeing like the little competitors, like the Fresh and Easies and stuff like that. It's gonna have competitors, and people that want to be cooler than cool, that want to be like more Whole Foods than Whole Foods, they already make a big point. Those people that are like, oh yeah, they always have to tell you that they went to the farmer's market. You know, it's like Whole Foods is it's too easy. I have to prove that I mean it more because I seek out the local farmer's market. Do you know what I mean? So, okay. So, tying it all together. And I know that I didn't have to do this, and it might not gel perfectly, so a little slack, please. But, alright, Huffington Post is owned by AOL. AOL and Unilever, the company that owns Dove, have a long history. They a long history for digital content and promoting Dove, promoting Unilever. AOL and Unilever, they've worked together since the early 2000s. They're not owned by the same people, though. Let's see. Oh yeah, that funny article that I posted on my blog about Whole Foods, that is from the Huffington Post, and okay, maybe it's not tying together so great, but there's some overlap, you know. Okay, now that I'm tired. It's like 7:30 in the morning. But, well, I hope that this was relatively coherent, and if I'm not verbalizing the way that they all connect, I hope that it's more apparent to you, the viewer. And I guess I'm going to sign off, and welcome feedback, comments, suggestions, etc. Alright, thanks for watching, thanks for your patience. What did Walter Cronkite say when he signs off? I don't know. Bye.